So before we get into this video, I would like to get into my history with Doctor Who. So I started Doctor Who because my brother Josh loved it. Uh, and he got my younger brother Isaiah into watching it. He loved it. He doesn't like it as much now, but he would essentially force me and my sister to watch it because when we would go to my dad's house, we would watch it. That's what he would put on. And so I was supposed to watch it. I didn't want to like it because he liked it, but eventually I ended up liking it. And years later, I got into a Doctor Who fever, I'd say around ninth grade. And from that point on, I just fell in love with the show and everything around its mythos, etc., that I just couldn't walk away from it. And I've been a Whovian ever since. In case you all doubt me, look at this. Oh, I don't know why this keeps happening, guys. I'm sorry that I keep pulling up the wrong sleeve. This this is the TARDIS with uh Tom's scarf because that's my favorite Doctor. In case you guys don't know, but some news just came out about an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. Uh, we have a new Doctor. His name is. Sorry if I can pull it up. His name is Naut Gawata. I can't pronounce his name correctly, but yeah. Um, I would like to get into how I feel about this and the Doctor Who franchise going forward. And just my humble opinion. I hope you guys do enjoy this. If you guys have any critiques, uh, say it down below. This will be kind of a rant mixed with a love speech for the show because I love the show, but I also don't like the direction it's going in. Spoiler alert. But let's get into it. So, I don't like that the show is going towards a woke crowd. And it's been going that way since the 13th Doctor, and that's why we had the 13th Doctor. The issue for me was, and for a lot of fans, was the 12th Doctor's era was not as good as previously, and you could tell Moffat was running out of steam. Okay, but when you go back and watch his era now, a lot of people seem to love it a lot more than they did their first time, which is amazing. Um, But regardless, the 13th Doctor was really needed because it was really going to shake up the show and make a really good show, right? Or make a already really good show into something, new and fresh. That's one of the things that Doctor Who excels at. Um, and they throw a curveball at us and bring a female doctor. Uh, my humble opinion about the female doctor situation is it's wrong because they did it to pander a little crowd. I love sci-fi films and just sci-fi television in general, and so I know this the most. If you guys can see, I'm wearing a freaking Star Wars shirt right now. But woke crowds never ever work out for you. They are the most toxic crowds, in my opinion, in the world. Now, I will not get into my political affiliations, etc. But I do just want to explain it as simply as this. I'm a believer of Christ, and I believe people should be allowed to do what they want to do, and simple as that. Um, do I believe we need to, because for years females are all of these different sexual identities, etc., haven't been in television or pop culture that we should just rush them all in there. No, I'm a big fan of story. That's what I want. If there's a good story, I'll take it. One of the greatest examples of that for me is Legends of Tomorrow. I'm sad it's canceled and it's looking like they're not getting another season. At least finish it off because that show was amazing and that show stayed true to itself from the start and finish. I love Sarah and I loved Sarah's wife. I don't know why her name Ava. Love them. They are amazing characters. They are the perfect example of how you do characters with different orientations and all of that stuff correctly. You then, on the flip side of that, very same coin, have another character in that same universe, Batgirl, who was done terribly because they just did her just to pander to the woke crowd. They first got Ruby Rose, and once Ruby Rose exposed them and showed how bad their sets and etc. was, and even though she wasn't a talented actor in my opinion that on that show, they got her because she was lesbian and that would fit their narrative. Oh hey, we checked the box here. And then the next back row, the one who took over is also black, or not that Ruby Rose is black, but she's black, lesbian, and was in prison. That's what her backstory is. So, they get extremely woke, and I don't understand that. The woke crowd will never work because you pander to them, but then they'll go toxic right at each other. Um, I hope the channel does not become a ranting channel about woke stuff. Because I don't want it to be. I want it to be positive, but I just got to get my feelings out there about this. So when the 13th Doctor came out and it was a female, I was genuinely excited. People said that Jodie Whittaker was a good actor, and I, in my opinion, like, okay, hey, let's see how this works. And then, of course, they do this to pander to the woke crowd. All of this is woke crowd nonsense. With her companion, uh, I haven't seen this new series, like I said, so I don't know this companion's name. But the chick who has a crush on the doctor, I just don't understand it. Well, I understand it, but they're only doing that on purpose just so they can say, "Hey, we filled a box. The Timeless Child is terrible." Why would you disrespect 60 years of icon in pop culture and one of the best shows of all time just to check more boxes? Oh, hey, well, we've had a doctor who's been white, black, Mexican, Asian, and all of this other stuff. Why does that need to happen? Right? Now, in my opinion, the doctor to me has always been a white male. Doesn't matter if he's older or younger, but that's what the doctor's always been to me. And I don't mind there being a female if the story's done right. But I haven't seen a story done right for me to say that I really care. So as of right now, to me, the doctor died at the 12th incarnation. I don't even call 13th a doctor because she doesn't act like a doctor. You guys can watch other videos. Uh, I don't remember, or you guys can watch other videos, and I'll talk about that in 2 seconds. But a lot of people have said, just watching it, that there is stuff like apparently she has a companion named Grant, I think or his name is, and he goes through some troubles, and you would expect the doctor to help him, right? No, no, she doesn't, right? It's just how people have explained it to me from what I've seen on the YouTube videos, etc., etc., was that and me just looking at it for myself, she has done stuff, especially in that Grant episode or whatever, where he was going through the terrible stuff that the doctor would never do. That the the doctor would never just not care about his companions and well, let's get on with this, right? That's not something that the doctor can do. And again, I'm not trying to be negative about this whole thing. I just want to get out my full transparent feelings about this series. Um, so yeah, I believe the 13th Doctor was not a doctor. The fact that she had the audacity to go say that I wasn't going to watch the prior series, because I don't need it. I know exactly what I want to do. And you clearly your doctor is the least like a doctor. You don't even have any defining traits. The best way to explain her is that she's like a mixture of a few other doctors, but with no personality, right? She just has some of their traits. Um, okay, about the videos. I will link videos down below. I forget the guy's name. This guy's a really good guy. He does documentaries based on each incarnation. I think his name is Clever Dick Films. He does amazing in depth, and if you guys just want to know about the Doctor Who eras I love, and just know how much these actors took their job seriously. Because to me, to be the doctor, you don't act, you just be yourself. One of the greatest advice ever given to a doctor was Patrick Troughton to John Pertwee, where John Pertwee had asked, "How do I do this thing?" He asked the castmates, and they're like, pretty much. He then asked Patrick Troughton, "How do I do this thing?" And Patrick's like, "Well, you just be yourself." Uh, or I think it might have been one of the cast members who said that. It was one of the two, but they were like, "Just be yourself." That's what the doctor is you. Don't be someone uh you are acting to be, because you shouldn't act to be the doctor. You should just be the doctor, right? And that's what happened. Um, but yeah, you guys should watch those films, and you guys would see what I'm talking about with why I love those doctors so much. And I'm sure a lot of fans agree with me, because a lot of people do. But the time of child was be pointless. I think the witch doctor, I believe that's what people call her. She was pointless. Do I like her? Yes, I thought that from what most people said, she was one of the better characters in this series, and I don't mind it. That's okay. I wouldn't have even minded her re or coming in. I just don't like her and how she fits into timeline, because again, of timeless children, they literally screw everything for no reason, and it's not right. Rest in peace to William Hartnell, who will always be the first doctor. All right. Besides that, let's get into the new doctor. I actually, contrary to what I believe, I like this doctor a lot. Probably this actor, he played in Education. I won't say the first word, but it's X. I don't want to get or I don't want to get this video taken down, but it's on Netflix. Watch it. It's an amazing show. I watched season one. I haven't watched season two and season three yet, but I'm going to really soon. And yeah, that dude's amazing at his job, and he knows how to act, and he is an amazing person, and I think he can be a really good doctor. But in my head, when I was envisioning how Doctor Who would fall, here's how Doctor Who was going to fall in my head, and I knew they were going to do the woke route, which is why I'm even making a video about this. I would have just made a quick video shouting, "Hey, we have a new Doctor," if I was happy. But essentially, to put it as simplistic as possible, uh, when Russell T Davies got rehired, which he's the best showrunner of all time, I believe he is amazing at what he does. Russell T Davies, I'm like, perfect. He's back, right? I fully trust Russell T Davies. It's the BBC I don't trust. Uh, in my humble opinion, the show was going to die if they did one or two, or one of two things. They either are three things. My bad. Sorry. They a continued on with another female doctor with no story and nothing like that. Two, continued on with the 13th Doctor, which I knew wasn't going to happen. Or three, get a man to come back, because to me the Doctor has always been physically a man, but have him of color so they can fit that woke box. And they did exactly what I didn't want them to do. So I'm not trying to be a downer. Again, I just want to explain exactly what I believe of this situation. As a longtime Whovian fan, let me know what you all think about this. I hope this dude does nothing but the best. I believe Russell T Davies uh, will be really good. It's the thing is will the BBC make him do woke stuff that I know he doesn't want to do? I know he just wants to make a good story. I can't tell you that that's going to be the case. So let's pray and hope this series is good. Congrats on becoming the doctor, my brother. You deserve it. You were a hell of an actor for that role in Education. In fact, a lot of people wanted you to play Reed Richards. You are that dude from The Quiet Place, who you guys seem very, very similar. I'm glad you got the role. I'm hoping you do amazing. Have a nice day, y'all.